Hi everyone. I was going to show you some trees today. This one right here, which is very big. This is a white pine tree. See how the bark looks? I love being able to tell what kind of tree just from the bark. That's a white pine, and it's a huge tree. No branches until way, way, way up there. Sometimes squirrels build nests way up there. It's a giant tree. It's probably close to 80 or even 100 years old. Giant roots coming down. And there's a bunch of pine cones that it dropped. And then over here we have a maple tree. This guy's kind of young, probably 40 years old. Maple trees have a lot of moss growing on them for some reason. Moss likes them. Doesn't seem to bother the tree any. He's pretty tall. Very skinny and tall. He'll get big too. He seems very straight and healthy, so hopefully he'll keep growing. Then we have this bush, which is called a spice bush. Looks like two kinds of things mixed in there maybe. And then over here is another pine tree. And then this is cool. This is two black birches next to each other here. And black birches are cool because they love to grow on rocks for some reason. And you can see this. This is a pretty big rock. And the tree is just growing right on top of it. And there's not much soil, obviously, on top of the rock. So what they do is they send a root down, and I'll follow this one. It goes all the way down off the rock to where it gets some deeper soil. So it's getting the nutrients it needs, plus I think grabbing on to the rock makes it really strong, really hard to get off. And all these little rocks on top were piled here from somebody years ago. I'm not sure how they got there. And then this super green plant right here, these are called Canada lilies or Canadian lilies. They get little white flowers, but it's a little early for that. They love growing where pine trees grow. They must like that kind of soil that pine trees like too. Then we have, it's way over here, so you'll hear me crunching and walking. This is a nice tree here. This is called a beech tree. It's not very old either, probably 20 or 30 years old. Kind of tall, but lots more branches that came out. He looks pretty healthy too. Beech trees are famous for their very smooth bark, but also something cool about them is maybe this tree's not old enough for it. They usually start to, oh yeah, here's some. They usually start to get wrinkles when they get a little older and a little heavier. Their bark sags just like skin of an elephant or something. And they get little sag marks. That's really cool. People love beech trees because their bark is so smooth. They like to carve into them. This one's cool. It's got some kind of moss or fungus or lichen growing on it. And he's pretty healthy looking too. More branches. That's another black birch. Oh, and that one's cool. Sorry, I have to walk a little bit more over here. Here's another spice bush. And right over here is a different kind of birch tree called a yellow birch. I think some people might call them golden birches. They are close to like a white birch bark, which you probably know about white birches. They're pretty famous. But this one's a little more goldy looking. He's a nice tree. He's probably 50 years old. And same thing. He must be growing on a rock like the black birch. Oh yeah, I see the rock right there. And the roots go way past the rock and down into the ground. Same thing here. They just spread right out, getting off the rock, looking for the ground. So cool. And I doubt the wind could ever blow him over. He's so well anchored. I think that's it for now. Thanks.